Is fast approaching. Runners on their way to the 7 furlong start for Division 2 of this handicap. Race 6. And Taya Yellow Ribbon is your 5-2 favourite. Pope Gregory 3-1. Both the favourite and the second favourite were winners last time out, but over a mile at Chelmsford City. As we head back once again and rejoin Nick and George.
Yeah, that's interesting, Bernard, isn't it? The angle for both Taya Yellow Ribbon and Pope Gregory back to 7 furlongs, 5-2 and 3-1 respectively. They make their way down. Going back to, there is Taya Yellow Ribbon, but going back to Pope Gregory, the 2 wins over the mile, there were some sort of unknowns prior to that. The surface was a question, and obviously the relative position in the handicap as well. They've been answered because the horse has put up 2 good performances since then and has gone up £10 as a consequence. Here we go. I think we can see the second of the 2 wins. George Bass, interesting to put on for the £7 to negate, well, a fair bit of the rise.
Yeah, up £4 to a mark of 60 this evening. And I would have thought that's a very intelligent thing to do by Mick Shannon and the team to claim the 7 off. George Bass is, from what we've seen, is well worth that £7 claim. And I thought this was a really good performance to win here. The only slight concern is, I suppose, dropping back to 7 furlongs, whether it will give him time to operate round here. He came from a good way back on both of his wins to date. And the 7 furlongs, he's going to need to be a little bit sharper to be able to negate that.
So, in conclusion, with the last time out Chelmsford winners, the recent angles, Taya Yellow Ribbon, whose form has been advertised quite a few times actually in recent times. We haven't had a winner out of the race, but a few horses have run well. Would you instinctively lean towards one or the other as regards the 7 furlongs today rather than the mile?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I would have thought it's both going to make life more difficult, but I suppose Taya Yellow Ribbon travelled round pretty smoothly last time and would make you think that the drop back to 7 will be easier, whereas Pope Gregory has always come from towards the rear, which is never a particularly easy thing to do around here. The cheap piece have had a very positive effect on this horse since they've been put on, has really come to light. So they're both a potential to improve, but I suppose drop back to 7 I would have thought is more of a problem for Pope Gregory.
Well, there is Pope Gregory's rider, George Bass, over on the far side, who I spoke to him on Monday after he had a win at Party Island, who went in a 14-16 to 1 shot. He had another one, I think, on a couple of days later on the Wednesday. They've raced a few times there at a fair old price as well. He said he'd gone a while without a winner, and then, rather like London Buses, has been 2 in a week, and he'll be looking to cap a fine week, taking off the 7 aboard Pope Gregory. Going to the others, and Codimore, where we've talked about the 7 furlongs being a question, maybe, for a couple of these, it wouldn't be for Codimore.
No, and I know you're pretty sweet on this gelding, aren't you?
You can't keep saying that. You can't keep saying that. I don't know. I think.
Don't sit on the fence now, Nick. You've got to tell us why you like this horse.
I think the 7 furlong angle's the strong there. I think the horse is hopefully quite primed for a good run. There is also something that has, in the time that I've been here in recent weeks, and also remember watching you here at the back end of September, something that sucks me in each time with Thaydon Louboutin. And I think you're of the same opinion, aren't you?
Well, I just think with Thaydon Louboutin, the trip 7 furlongs probably is spot on. I kind of felt the 8 furlongs last time was just really stretching this filly, and I think from stall 1, Franny Norton will be able to get into a nice rhythm, and 7 furlongs is ideal.
There'll be no hiding places for her. She's obviously a link to both Pope Gregory and also Taya Yellow Ribbon in recent times, didn't she?
Yeah, you still didn't answer the question, Nick.
Which one? What, Codimore or...
Yeah, Codimore.
Codimore, I think, is... That was the one that jumped off the page when having a look at this.
I think Codimore is of interest back at this trip, isn't it?
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
From stall 10, I would have thought Tyler Hurd will... This horse has had no problems in the past rolling on the front end, and if they just keep things straightforward, there's not heaps and heaps of pace on paper. It may well suit to be ridden nice and prominently. Has got to overcome a poor draw in 10, but looks pretty straightforward back at the 7.
The market sorted itself out. Taya Yellow Ribbon 15 to 8. Pope Gregory 18 to 5. Thaydon Louboutin is now 7 to 1, and Codimore is 5 to 1, I should say, is now 7 to 1, and Waqaas has been supported into 12 to 1. Second division of the 7 furlong handicap, and one of the last to go forward will be the market leader, the grey Taya Yellow Ribbon, as we link up with Alan.
Going forward, Set to go. Racing. They jump away. It's Division 2 of the tote.co.uk. Now never beaten by SP Handicap Stakes over the 7 furlongs. Broughton's Compass and Daddy's Diva are the first two to begin from Waqaas and Tyre Yellow Ribbon. Thaden Louboutin toward the inside of rivals there. Then Cody Moore and Pope Gregory. Behind Pope Gregory then is the Stripes of Field of Vision. Wider from that, the sheepskin cheek pieces noseband of Trust Me. Back through toward the inside to find Amazon Princess, the red and white diamonds. Then Velvet Vista, second to last is CASARUAN. The back marker is SUPERJACK. Toward the end of the far side then, Broughton's Compass leading by half a length over Daddy's Diva in second and Cody Moore in third. Waqaas toward the inside of Tyre Yellow Ribbon. Those are leading 5 from Trust Me. Then Pope Gregory and Thaden Louboutin from Field of Vision and CASARUAN. From Velvet Vista, Amazon Princess and SUPERJACK is the back marker. The top of the home straight looming. Daddy's Diva serves up the challenge to Broughton's Compass. Right in behind is Tyre Yellow Ribbon with Cody Moore and Waqaas. Then Thaden Louboutin ahead of Pope Gregory seeking the hat-trick this evening. Daddy's Diva now just about on terms with Broughton's Compass. On the inside between them is Waqaas. Wider out the great Tyre Yellow Ribbon. Pope Gregory is trying to find a seam through. CASARUAN improving dramatically on the outside. And look at CASARUAN now rattle through the field. And CASARUAN's come through to win this. CASARUAN has taken it tight there for second. Velvet Vista and Daddy's Diva. Then Pope Gregory and Tyre Yellow Ribbon. Then Cody Moore and Waqaas.
It might have been difficult to know what to expect first time back, but one of the last time out winners, it might have been a while ago, CASARUAN 20 to 1 has won for Alistair Rawlinson and Mick Appleby and has surged down the outside for success. It's been a little while off, but there was no doubt in that. Tight for second, Daddy's Diva and perhaps Velvet Vista getting up, but it was a messy conclusion to the race. Pope Gregory ended up all over the shop in the closing stages, down to the 7 furlongs again. But look at the rattle with which CASARUAN has come home with.
Yeah, it was impressive, wasn't it? Once Ali was able to get a smooth passage towards the outside of the pack, down the home straight, really quickened up really impressively for the grade, and one going away. He looked awkward under pressure, and once Ali got him really organised, whipped his stick through to his left hand as he passed the field, he levelled off and galloped out well to the line.
I think I was going to get to the stage where believing Pope Gregory was probably a bit unlucky, but the way that this horse has won today